Could you see Bill Belichick entertaining the idea of coaching Harvard football?
Yeah. Yeah, I've never heard anyone say that. But yeah, I really actually thought that the most surprising thing he would probably try to do is go coach men's lacrosse somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, I think he would love that challenge as long as it lines up with his summers at Nantucket. Sure. The Harvard thing is really interesting, though, because as you may or may not know, there are a lot of restrictions. There's basically you don't have the guys in the summer the way the Division I programs do. That the amount of hours you have, so you could like coach football and in theory still have a life outside of it. So pretty good idea, Dan. I like where your head's at.
Well, Tim Murphy, he just retired after 30 years. Bill's in the neighborhood. Maybe he would like that. You're not dealing with transfer portal or NIL as much as you would someplace else, and it would allow him to coach in a conference that he would have great respect for. So, I don't know.
Pretty good. You should be his agent. I know there's some coaches on staff there that have been there a long time that understand how to work with admissions there, and so
Yeah.
that's a whole nother beast that you have to deal with at some schools.
But I was wondering, I don't know if Bill Belichick will coach in the NFL game again. And the reason why I say this is one more year, he's going to be 73. Who's turning over their organization to somebody who, how long is he going to be there?
Someone who wants to win.
Well, I thought Philadelphia was going to go after him and replace Nick Sirianni. At Atlanta, they wanted him until the front office probably said, well, wait a minute, he's going to take our jobs or our jobs are in jeopardy. And then they didn't want him. Washington at the last, 11th hour reaches out to him without an interview, but they reach out to him. So I don't know if I see a franchise going, yep, let's bring in Bill.
I think you need to look at the decision maker. Like if it's the GM, if the GM is kind of the decision maker, like of course they're not going to say, "Oh yeah, hey, come and be my boss, please." But if it's an owner who's like, "Hey, I've had enough. I just want to pay a large sum of money and I want you to just do it. Go bring me a great football team. I will go do the business stuff. Like just do it." And if you kind of find one of those types of owners, and Coach Belichick sees a situation where the quarterback is already a settled thing, I say yes. I say yes.
Yeah, I was curious about it because the more I thought about it, the more I'm thinking if it didn't work this time, Vrabel didn't get a job.
It's tough. It's musical chairs, right? And there's a point of emphasis right now for like the young, hip, cool analytics, streamlining, all the kind of stuff. The league's getting a lot younger. You see Pete Carroll get pushed out. You see, Bill Belichick get pushed out. Like that's the trend this year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like if Kyle Shanahan wins the Super Bowl, then sure, that trend's probably going to continue, like the new age stuff. But if Andy Reid wins the Super Bowl, then it might be a trend. It's a very copycat league. Then the trend might be like, you know what? We don't need to reinvent the wheel. Football, a great leader, a great football coach is a great football coach. Let's copy that model.